Hello everybody, and welcome back to the channel, and welcome back to a very, very special video that I've spent a lot of time and hard work making, and I'm so excited to finally share this all with you guys. So we are celebrating the release of Midnights, Taylor Swift's 10th album that originally had 13 tracks, but as you know, the 3 AM version dropped and we got 7 more. So if it wasn't apparent by the content on my channel or the display behind me, I'm a Swiftie. I have been a Swiftie since Tim McGraw. I saw the Tim McGraw music video on the country music video channel when I was at my grandma's, and then my next experience with Taylor was when she was on America's Got Talent singing, I think it was like the finale, and she was singing with a finalist. And then I distinctly remember first time I heard Picture to Burn, I was on my way to school, my dad dropped us off, and I had this song in my head, and I knew it was Taylor, but I didn't know what it was called. So then my mom picked us up and we were on our way home, and I heard it on the radio again. I was like, that's the song. So then I made my first purchase, which was Debut, and I bought it in February. I think I had some money left over for my birthday because my birthday was in January, but yeah, this is my oldest Taylor CD. So Red was my very first favorite Taylor album. That album really just changed my life. I was like a sophomore in high school at the time. But Evermore is my baby. Evermore and I are like, that is my album. Basically, what we're gonna do in this video is we're gonna talk about all the tracks on Midnights, my thoughts on them, my favorite lyrics, my ranking, and then we're gonna go back to OG Swiftie and we're gonna try and decode who each song is about. Now, with that being said, I want to say this really, so everybody understands. Remember how Taylor said the weird rumors and speculations and stuff? That's not what us OG Swifties know how to do, right? No, that's not for us. We would read the specific messages in the little booklets of the CDs and try and figure out what maple latte meant. And if you get that reference, you're an OG and I freaking love you. So anyway, it's just gonna be the fun theories because there is a lot to unpack with this album. It's kind of fun to think like, after all these years, she can still think about this and it's still so vivid in her mind. And as someone who is a writer, I truly appreciate her. So anyway, also, if you didn't know, I'm primarily a doll collecting channel, but Taylor Swift is allowed to come on the channel and take over for a little bit, and that's what we're doing. So sit back, relax. Please remember, this is my personal opinion on the rankings and tracks and things, so I have to say that with all opinion-based videos because people aren't very nice sometimes. Anywho, I hope you guys don't hear any background noise. This is totally the different room. I'm literally filming in my dining room. There was nowhere else to set up the Taylor thing. So my Midnights album will be here on Monday. I'm filming this on Saturday. I can't wait. I got the mahogany pressing, so that's super exciting. But I couldn't wait to film this anymore. And let me tell you all, my ranking that I posted yesterday has already freaking changed, but I'm sticking with the one I posted yesterday because it's gonna change and I'm gonna keep you all updated on how I'm feeling about each song. Let me say, so I told you guys, Folklore and Evermore specifically, that is my baby. And it was Taylor's journey and, into the alternative genre, which I'm a big alternative fan. And so country, pop, and alt are literally my 3 favorite genres. And of course, she's the queen of all of them. So I think a lot of people were expecting the super, deep storytelling, heavy lyricism and all of that we got on the last 2 albums, which, I mean, come on, that's Taylor. But this album is appearing to be a bit different, just from what I can think. So this is the rebirth of Pop Taylor. She really wanted to come back into pop, and she had spent time, doing the storytelling and make-believe and the super deep stuff and the heavy lyrics with Folklore and Evermore. I feel like she really just wanted to come back into the music industry with a fun, sassy, quirky little bad bitch album. And that's what she did. So yes, are the lyrics the best we've ever seen from Taylor? Some of them, no. Others, I'm like, yes, queen, you are literally the greatest. So lyrically speaking, this is not her best album. Nothing's ever gonna beat Folklore lyrics, and Evermore is super, super close behind. But with all of that being said, we're gonna rank these tracks. All right, so we were given 20 tracks altogether. I am only ranking 19 of them. And I'm doing that because There are certain songs on each Taylor album that I myself personally will not rank due to, you know, just how sentimental they appear to be to a lot of people. And, you know, if they, you know, touch me in a certain way, I won't rank them, because some of them I will not listen to. Are they bad songs? Absolutely not. They just need to be put in like a little genre, subgenre, I guess, of their own. And so Bigger Than the Whole Sky, I was already crying, okay? I was crying, and then this song happened, and I was like, I ugly cry too. So that's why I didn't film my reaction to the video or this album, because I knew it was just gonna be absolute insanity, and I was, no. So Bigger Than the Whole Sky is a very beautiful song, and whatever its true meaning is, only Taylor knows, and we may never know. But I do not find it appropriate myself to rank it amongst the other 19 songs. So now we're going to get into my 19th spot. And in preparing for this video, I grew to like this song way more, and I really hate myself for putting it at 19, but that just goes to show how everything's gonna change. So it is, coincidentally, track 20, Dear Reader. And this song, I am not the type of person that really loves songs that relate to me with my mental health. I'm like, no, I can't do that. I don't want to think about that. I go to music to escape. And sometimes I'm like, yes, I resonate with this song so much, but I really like this song. I like the bridge. I think it's cool. I really like the playing with the, you know, the voice changing, and we'll get to that later because that was done a couple times in this album. I'm usually not a fan of it, but for this, I thought it was really cool. So this song, what I think it's about, it's for me, I feel like, first of all, Dear Reader, like what in the Bridgerton is this? So I think it's really about herself explaining, again, with her mental health, and like we have in another song later, and so I relate to that super well. So it's literally like her explaining to her fans, you know, the mental health journey. So I got out my computer because I literally made like a freaking chart with columns and notes and everything, just because that's what Swifties do. And so I have 2 favorite lyrics for this one. Most of the songs I have 1 favorite lyric, but this one I've got 2. My first favorite lyric is, burn all the files and desert all your past lives. If you don't recognize yourself, that means you did it right. As someone who struggles with anxiety and depression, I feel like my 2018 self, I don't want to recognize that person anymore. So that really resonated with me. And another lyric from this album, from this song that resonated with me is, when you aim for the devil, make sure you don't miss. And amen to that, absolutely, because he's the reason you're feeling this way, and don't miss when you take that shot. So yes, I don't like that I put this song last, but it is what it is, I guess. So the next song we're gonna talk about in spot 18 is Sweet Nothing. And okay, I need to explain this. So I really do like love songs, but this reminds me a lot of New Year's Day. And if you're gonna ask me, New Year's Day or Sweet Nothing is New Year's Day, all day, every day. This one, obviously, it's about her relationship with Joe because they wrote it together, which, champagne problems, exile, like, I mean, come on, beautiful. Very cute, super, you know, just literally the world is chaotic and then I go home to you and you literally like don't care about anything else. Like it's just the 2 people together. So that is super cute, very nice. Might grow on me a little more, not quite sure yet. My favorite lyric from this one is, on the way home, I wrote a poem, you say what a mind, this happens all the time. This reminds me of, I grabbed a pen and a note napkin and I wrote down our song because she's riding shotgun, you know, like, I don't know. But yeah, I thought it was cute, nice song. Definitely not one of my favorites, obviously. I think now I like Dear Reader better than it. So Labyrinth for me, I've seen a lot of people say this song is gonna be difficult to sing, like, you know, if you're not Taylor herself. And I was like, yeah, sure. I didn't like this one upon first listen, and I might actually like Dear Reader a little bit better than it now, but it's nice. I think it's about her like reminiscing on past relationships and then like meeting someone, in this case Joe, because he is her current boyfriend, and he's just, you know, like saying there's the I'm falling in love again, and you know, like it really just, she's falling in love again and she can find love again and she can be happy. My favorite lyric in this one is, you know how much I hate that everybody expects me to bounce back, and I resonate with that so much. And you know, like I'm, like she says, like I'm in is it in Sweet Nothing? I think or is it in Labyrinth? I don't know, you guys. But she says, like, I'm too soft for it. And I'm like, that's me. Like, I am I'm such an emotional disaster. So I relate to that because everyone's like, be tough, be tough. And I'm like, there's only so much tough you can be. So this is another one that's definitely went up in my ranking, and it is Mastermind. And I know this is a fan favorite. So I'm used to having different opinions than a lot of people. But Mastermind, when I first heard this, it was like the beginning was the music for the teaser trailer on Thursday night. And I was like, yes, no, it all makes sense. And so Mastermind, it was really cool. I thought it was really awesome. I liked it a lot. I like it a lot now. I liked it, and then it kind of fell a little short for me. And then I was like, no, I really, really like this song. In re-listening to this before I did this. So my favorite lyric from this was one I did not pick up on initial listen. And I think this is just literally so freaking true. And as someone who literally has to plan everything, this resonated with me, oh my God, so freaking well. If you fail to plan, you plan to fail. Like, yes, thank you very much for saying that. I feel like I needed that. So number 15, I have gotten, between my family and friends who are Swifties, I have gotten roasted for this one, okay? I like this song, but there's 14 other ones I like better. It's Antihero. And I'm typically not, like, of course it's Taylor, okay? So I love everything she makes, but some of the singles I'm never like a big super fan of. And some of them I actually am. So like Willow and Cardigan, like those are my, you know, Willow, that's my baby. And so like I like the song, okay? I think it's lower on my ranking because I relate to it, and like I said earlier, I do not like songs I relate to very much, but it's me. I'm the problem. Like I literally struggle so much with, you know, waking up in the middle of the night, and like specifically when I go out to like social events and stuff, I wonder, like, did I say something wrong? Am I gonna offend somebody? Like, how do I interact? And I seriously just, yes, thank you for saying that. Also, like, the music video was freaking hysterical. So I hate to put it so low, but again, it's probably low because I relate to it and I don't like that. But obviously what it's about, there's no person. It's literally about Taylor fighting with herself, and I relate to that so much. So my favorite lyric from this is, so it's really short and simple. Midnights become my afternoons. And I remember being awake in the middle of the night all the time. I've shared this in my mental health video during 2018, which I often refer to as the worst year of my life mentally. And it was just laying in bed in the middle of the night, just being awake all night long and just crying. And yeah, we're gonna move on now because I don't want to talk about that anymore. Number 14 is Bejeweled, and here is where we get into speculating about exes for the first time. So the song is cute, sassy, fun, more of that bad bitch energy. Absolutely love it, adore it. It is just, yes, gorgeous, like amazing. So I thought it was interesting at first, and then I listened to it and I'm like, yeah, I'm still bejeweled. I make the whole place shimmer, you know, like I polish up real nice. That was one of the lyrics we were given leading up to the album. But was it my favorite? No. Don't put me in the basement if I want the penthouse of your heart. I don't know why, I just think it's really clever and cool, and it's just a really nice like play on words and stuff. Like, don't hide me away, don't forget about me. Like, we are in this relationship, it takes two, and you're just not doing anything. So for me, and I looked up to see like what other fans were thinking who this could possibly be about. And I'm thinking Calvin Harris. I don't know, there's a lot of people it could be about, but I'm thinking Calvin Harris. So yeah, that's what I'm thinking for Bejeweled. Possibly somebody else, of course. Like, we're never gonna know who these are about unless she directly tells us. But it's, you know, all part of the fun of being a Swiftie, you know? Like, I literally felt like my middle school and high school self going back and trying to figure out like who Back to December was about. And I mean, we all know who All Too Well is about. So you know what I mean? Just, I loved it. So next, lucky number 13, it's Glitch. And there is, after the first chorus, I'm not doing it because I can't sing and I don't want to like be weird, but there is like something she does with her voice after the first chorus, and I love that so much. And the way this is, like, the music on this, it's so calming and relaxing, and I just felt very like it was a relaxing thought, you know? We'll get to that in a little bit. But Glitch, I think it's cute, most likely about Joe, which that makes it even more cute. So my favorite lyric from this one, I noticed this right away, and it's the one in the first chorus where she says, depending on what kind of mood or situationship I'm in. Situationship, literally, yes, I like that. As someone who is a fangirl and who has a lot of ships, as in relationships, I think the word situationship is oddly appropriate for a lot of the things I ship. So thank you, Taylor, for reminding me that's a word, and I thought it was really cool. But I really liked Glitch, and it is growing on me. Number 12, we have The Great War. So this was the first of the EP, and I was like, yes, like okay, I have to explain to you guys. There are some Taylor songs, like, they're my cruel summer moment. And what I mean by that is I'll just be like vibing, and then the bridge of Cruel Summer, first time I heard it, I'm like, yes, like, you freaking know, okay? And the Crimson Clover part of this, I was like, yes, like, it was 3 a.m., you all know this. And my animals were like, Mom, what the heck are you doing? So The Great War is amazing. The lyricism on this is probably lyrically the best song on this album. As in terms of like relating to Folklore and Evermore, which I think are Taylor's best lyrical works. And so this was amazing. So I actually have 2 favorite lyrics from this because it's literally the best lyrical piece on the album. Bloodshed, Crimson Clover, which made me think of Venice Bitch by Lana, which is one of my favorite Lana songs. The worst was over, my hand was the one you reached for. This one, I really dug deep into figuring out who this could be about. And there's like 2 possibilities here, okay? So I'm thinking it is her reflecting on her past bad relationships and then punishing the current person she's in a relationship with because of all of the past things. And she literally says, like, it's telling me to punish you for things you didn't do. So yes, this could be about her current relationship and thinking about all the negative things from her past relationships and, you know, fighting and like, oh my God, this isn't, like, I'm sorry, you know, there's a lot to unpack with this song lyrically. And I'm thinking it is either about her current relationship or maybe a past relationship, and she's reflecting on the ones before that as well. So there's a lot with The Great War, and I freaking loved this song upon first listen. At number 11, we have Snow on the Beach. I'm gonna be 1,000,000% honest with you guys. This is not a bad song, again, because it's Taylor. However, as someone who loves Lana, not as much as Taylor, but as much as I do, I thought she'd be in it a little bit more, but I mean, it's okay. Like, I'm still very grateful that we got a Taylana collab because, yes, thank you, Lord. I appreciate that so much. So Taylor said in one of her, you know, behind the songs little videos we got, this is about falling in love. And you're like, is this really happening? Like, if you were to see Snow on the Beach, you'd be like, what the actual heck, right? So yeah, we already know what this one's about. And again, speculation could be that it could be about her current relationship, which for me, I'm just saying that all of the like happy love songs on this album are about her current relationship because, you know, that just melts my heart. So thought it was a cool song. Taylor and Lana, 2 of my absolute favorites. And my favorite lyric from this one, I actually had 2 because one I was like, literally yes. So life is emotionally abusive, and yes, it is. Yes, that's all we're getting to with that one. But my second favorite one is Now I'm All For You Like Janet. Let me tell you, if you do not get that reference, you might be a little too young. But anyway, All For You is my favorite Janet Jackson song. So when I heard this, I was like, Taylor, Lana, Janet, yes. Like, go pause the video, listen to All For You by Janet Jackson, and then come back because that is the best Janet Jackson song, and I loved that so much. So now we're getting into our top 10. As someone who really loves Paris because it is the city of love, I loved this whole idea of, you know, like, I don't care. Like, did you see the pictures? No, I didn't. I don't care what other people are doing. It doesn't affect me in any way, shape, or form. I am with the one person I want to be with. I don't care about anybody else. And we've always known she's been a very private person. And as someone who is a very private person myself, I completely understand that. So again, probably about her current relationship. I mean, yes, of course, all these love songs could be about her past relationships, but I'm not quite sure. But you know, that's just my opinion. So my favorite lyric from this one is, of course, one that's relating to the privacy. Privacy sign on the door, on my page, and on the whole world. Romance is not dead if you keep it just yours. And her current relationship has definitely proved that. So Paris, number 10. Number 9, questions. So this was super low on my initial ranking. Upon like, before first listen, you know, and I was like, I don't know what this is. Some people thought it was gonna be an interlude, whatever. Yes, the Out of the Woods sample at the beginning, I remember, like I knew instantly. So this one is kind of, I don't want to say obvious because again, this is just part of the fun of being a Swiftie, is the Easter eggs and trying to figure stuff out. But I feel like this is one of the more quote unquote obvious ones. I personally think it's about Harry Styles, not only because of the Out of the Woods sample, but just really everything. I get 1989 vibes from it. I feel that, I don't know. But yeah, it was good. I liked it a lot better than I thought I was going to. So my favorite lyric, basically the opener, good girl, sad boy, big city, wrong choice. And I feel like it's about Harry. That's just what like my gut is telling me. I don't know who the heck it's about, but again, it's fun to do this, okay? So number 8. 8 is You're on Your Own, Kid, infamous track 5. As someone who is a very, and I mean very strong fan of specifically the original All Too Well, Dear John, and Tolerate It, I was kind of I was like, is this one gonna break up my trio? I don't think it has, but I am struggling with who this one is about. I think I know, or I mean, I think I have like a theory that I'm good with and that I like, but I don't know. This is the one I want to know the most down below. Who do you think this one's about? I hosted parties and starved my body like I'd be saved by the perfect kiss. I am thinking, so because she talks about parties in this, I'm thinking Jake, because the moment I knew, and the birthday party. However, a lot of it points to John, or, you know, just what we know and stuff. So is it Jake or John? I don't know. Again, we'll probably never know, because if she wants to keep it private, she absolutely has every right to do so. But I think one of those two. So yeah, that is You're on Your Own, Kid. And again, kid, because they were both significantly older than her. So I don't know. Number 7 is Karma. And okay, so this, I was like, oh my God, when she did this, and you guys know Karma, Bleachella, like the Lost album, like it's all connected. And then she did this. I thought this was gonna be like something about her talking about like how they speculate it's an album and stuff like that. So I mean, Karma is real now, but I was like, she knows because she sees everything we do. And I thought this was such a fun song. And of course it mentions cats. And you guys know Taylor and I both have cats named Olivia, of course, literally named after Olivia Benson. And so I was like, yes, this is great. And it's just a good, like, yeah, it's a good jam. So my favorite lyric on this one, ask me why so many fade, but I'm still here. Because like, you know, that's true, like one hit wonders, and then people come and they do really, really good, have a successful album or a couple successful albums, and they just disappear. Like my best friend and I do this all the time, like what happened to that artist, you know? And she's still here, and she's still here for a lot of reasons. And I don't wanna get into that, but she is still relevant and still making incredible music. And kind of an anti-hero, she touches on, you know, like a lot of people, and she's also said this too, I think it was in the Miss Americana documentary, like about how, you know, a lot of, you know, successful females in pop, like they keep them, like they're young, and then once they hit a certain age, they're like gone, you're not relevant anymore. And she's still here. So this, I saw a lot of people think it was gonna be about Mr. West, but I think it's about Scooter. Moving on, I think we're at number 6, which is High Infidelity. So this is my illicit affairs of the album. I I'm not, because I like these songs doesn't mean I support cheating, so don't freak out, but I thought this was fun. Also, it drove me insane because I was like, what the frick was April 29th? So of course, you know, as a Swiftie does, you're like, I saw someone on TikTok, Taylor, where were you April 29th? Again, all this stuff on this album might not even be about her, but I mean, odds are it most likely is about something she's gone through. But among a lot of other Swifties, the theory is Calvin and Tom, which, okay, understandable. And my favorite lyric from this one was, do I really have to tell you how he brought me back to life? So that was in like the second chorus. So this is kind of like when it made me think of Begin Again, because, you know, you think of all this stuff that the person you were with, or in this case are currently with, they make you feel, and you're just like so down and stuff, and you definitely feel like there's no life. And then you meet somebody else who shows you all the good things in the world, and it just like literally brings you back to life. And so I thought that was really cool. I kind of struggled picking a lyric for that one because there weren't any that really stood out to me. I do like the intro and the outro. It was cool. So yes, I really like that one. I don't know if it'll go up in my ranking. It could possibly go down. I think it might go down, but that doesn't mean it's a bad song. But now, top 5. Number 5 is Vigilante Shit. And just like literally every Swiftie in the frickin' universe, when she announced this, we were all like, oh, yes, explicit Taylor, yes. Which, okay, she's been explicit Taylor since Rep, I think. I think Rep was her first. It wasn't an explicit album, but I don't think there's a clean, I don't know. Anyway, and then obviously like Folklore and Evermore completely like tore us apart, and we were like, yes. Champagne Problems Bridge, anyone? Yeah. So this, I was like, I don't know what this is, but it's gonna be amazing. And then the first line, I was like, who? Like what, ma'am, who? And then of course mentioning of cats. So this, I love this song. It is so incredible. And my favorite lyric from it, picture me thick as thieves with your ex-wife. That is what really got me like, wow. I didn't know where this was going, but I liked where it was going. I, for some reason, got Two Black Cadillacs by Carrie Underwood vibes. I don't know why, because like the songs are about two completely different things, but that's just kind of what it made me think of. And as far as me speculating who it's about, like most of Swift talk, another one for Scooter. So number 4, okay, this is my favorite amongst the EP 7 tracks we got. Would've, could've, should've. And this is one of those where I knew instantly, as soon as she said 19, Dear John came into my mind. Don't you think 19's too young? The girl in the dress cried the whole way home. I should have known. I literally like, oh my God. And then there is so many lyrics from this I wanted to pick. I should have just wrote down the whole freaking song. I think it's like, it might be the longest or one of the longest on the albums. I can't remember, because there's like so much Swift stuff in my brain right now. So, oh my God, this song, the whole thing, I did pick a favorite lyric, so, but we know, I feel like really I know exactly who this one is about. And again, she may never tell us, but it's okay, because, you know, that's Taylor's business and we shouldn't pry. But my favorite lyric. Oh wait, no, I lied. I have 2 because I couldn't decide. Like I told you, this was another lyrical masterpiece. I miss who I used to be. The tomb won't close. And for me, this really resonated because in some ways, I do miss who I used to be before I went through a very trying period in my life, just like she did in this song. And sometimes the old me kind of comes back and it haunts me, like, remember how you used to be this way. But now, again, I think about how far I've come and how strong I am and everything. So I don't know, it's weird. I resonated with that one. But the one that literally made me do the stupid thing with my fist where I'm like, yes, like I literally sat up in my bed and I was like, yes, Taylor, give me back my girlhood. It was mine first. You can think what you want about that one. I don't want to go too deep into that one because it's Only she knows. My top 3 are very solid. It could change, and I have a feeling my 4th pick will go up in ranking. Number 3 is Midnight Rain, and this was very low in my ranking. And my cousin, this was her top song, and I was like, I don't know. I expected this to be so slow and like come in with the rain vibes, obviously. No. Again, I like the voice changing thing on the particular songs it did it on this album. Most of the time I'm not a fan of that, but the chorus in this, exceptional. I wanted to pick the chorus for my favorite lyric, but in the second verse, there was something that really got me thinking about who this was about. So I'm gonna share my favorite lyric and then I'm gonna tell you my little Swift theory. It came like a postcard, picture perfect, shiny family, holiday peppermint candy. How's life? Tell me how's your family? I haven't seen them in a while. Back to December. What is the code word in the Back to December lyric booklet? T-A-Y. Taylor Lautner. So I think a lot of people have this as who this could be about, and I definitely see it as a very, I think it's a good choice. It just makes me think of like how you held me in your arms that September, night, the first time you ever saw me cry. Like I go back to December all the time. Holiday, like I feel it's about Jacob Black, okay? Like, let's be real here. Okay, my top 2. So this was actually like my original top 2, and I just have them reversed. My first, like before we heard anything, they were reversed, and I don't know, I've never actually been able to successfully predict what song I'm gonna like, but for some reason this I just did. So number 2, Lavender Haze, and my favorite lyric is the most cliche thing, meet me at midnight. When I tell you I pressed play not knowing what to expect, and then I heard the meet me at midnight, I was like, she literally said that when she announced the album. It was the whole premise of the album, and this is an incredible opening track. This might be my favorite opening track of hers. Me right now running through in my mind all of her opening tracks. I definitely feel like it is an incredible opening track. And of course, you know, she said this is kind of being in a relationship and then dodging all the quote unquote weird rumors, as she said. So this is also, she touches on, you know, like they're asking questions of, you know, because typically when you're in a relationship and you're in a relationship for so long, people are like, so when are you gonna get married? And then when are you gonna have kids and stuff? And like, it's no one's business. Like literally just leave them alone. Let Taylor and Joe be happy. My friends, fellow Swifties, fellow doll collecting Swifties. If you couldn't tell by the color of my shirt, so scarlet, it was maroon. I cry when I listen to the song every freaking time. It never fails. So I try to get the most maroon colored shirt I have. That's another color she owns now, because red, I was like, okay, red, so now maroon. Could this be connected to red? Like my brain instantly, I was like, oh yes. So there's so much in this that I love, but my favorite lyric happens to be the bridge. And since I am normally a PG channel, because, you know, like, I am not going to say the actual words here. I know I've said a couple swear words in this video, but this one I will not. I will not say. Do I sing this one at the top of my lungs? Yes, but it's literally, and I wake with your memory, that's a real effing legacy. What? Like, excuse me, ma'am? Oh my God. And it's just the one I was dancing with in New York, no shoes, like, oh my God. And of course she does remember the spilling wine, and that literally makes me think of I'm spilling wine in the bathtub, and I'm like, yes, like why is there all this, how much wine do you spill, Taylor? Because I just want to know. But this could be about 2 different people, and I don't know who. it could be about Jake or Harry, or obviously, you know, like another one of her exes. But she mentions New York, and Welcome to New York, 1989, which, you know, has style, Out of the Woods, I Know Places, amongst others. Possibly Harry. However, Maroon in the red color family. I don't know. I think I like Harry better for this one, but possibly Jake. So, with all of that being said, that is my current ranking of Midnights after, you know, probably like 36 hours of listening to it nonstop. I know this video has been very long, but you guys, we had 20 tracks to talk about. And I've never done anything like this before. So I always want to incorporate more music into my channel. And of course, what better way to, you know, do it again with Taylor. So I will definitely do probably a tier ranking on the Midnights album eventually. We're gonna have to do an updated tier ranking of the entire Taylor discography when this one is a bit older, which sounds weird. I would love to know what your ranking of the album is. How does it rank in your albums? I don't feel comfortable enough for ranking it amongst her albums yet, because I don't want to be like, oh, it's my favorite because it's brand new, because that definitely like changes everything. But I don't want to be like, it's my least favorite, I don't like it. I've seen a lot of negative response to this album, and of course everybody is entitled to their own opinions, and I loved it. It was amazing. It was something super different, super sassy, quirky, bad bitch album. That's how I keep describing it, and that's literally what it is. So again, let me know your rankings down below. Also, if you want to share any of your fan theories, just please remember to keep them respectful and, you know, in the original Swiftie song dissecting fashion, if that makes sense. If you have not already, give this video a big thumbs up, hit that subscribe button to join the fam, and tap that really cool notification bell so you know the exact moment I post a new video. Have a blessed day, and I'll speak to you all very soon. Bye, everybody.